Street gangs, shootings, stabbings, arson, robberies, one violent altercation after another. Montreal North has a reputation for being one of the most dangerous neighborhoods on the island.
There's some spots I won't recommend people to go.
Bounded to the north by Rivière-des-Prairies, Montreal-North borders Ahuntsic to the west, RDP to the east, and Saint-Michel and Saint-Léonard to the south.
It's not really a bad place to live. It's just because we have a lot of black people and they think that we have a problem.
And that's the general feeling residents have here. Many are convinced Montreal North is simply misrepresented and misunderstood.
They focus too much on what's bad in Montreal.
The crime rate is not higher than other places in Montreal. But when something happens around Montreal North, let's say in Rivière-des-Prairies or Ahuntsic or just on the border, well, something happened in the north of Montreal.
Will Prosper is a community leader who's been working for years to get this neighborhood's name back in the good books. He admits it hasn't been an easy task ever since August 9, 2008, when 18-year-old Freddie Villanueva was shot and killed by Montreal police.
He did not have any criminal record. He was not part of a gang. He was just a regular kid.
Villanueva's death sparked outrage in the community. Protesters took to the streets denouncing racial profiling and police misconduct, and what started off peaceful ended with violent riots and dozens of arrests.
It triggered the image of a criminalized community in Montreal North.
Now that the borough is celebrating its 100th anniversary, the mayor says it's time to rebuild.
We are looking forward. We are looking for a better future of our youth and our community.
And many residents seem eager to show off what Montreal North really has to offer.
You have access to the river, and there's a lot of suburbs here in Montreal that you don't have access to that.
Here we have a lot of diversity, a lot of race.
Different races that have settled in the area over the years, a mix of Italian, Haitian, and Middle Eastern. Something else Montreal North is known for, this giant controversial art installation. It cost the city over $1 million.
We'll have this great wheel there for years and years, and I think that when people will see it on night, it's going to be great.
But while the city focuses on giving the neighborhood a facelift, there's no denying below the surface problems persist. Poverty and unemployment are widespread issues here. The rate of young people who drop out of high school is one of the highest on the island of Montreal. Over a third of the population over the age of 15 does not have a high school diploma.
It's not kids dropping out of school. It's kids that we let drop out of school, and that should never happen. But I know there's a lot of people in the community that really works hard to prevent that.
People like Kenny Thomas. He's been working with the youth in Montreal North for over 15 years.
When I was in high school, I was going through some rough times, and I was one of the kids that went to one of those community centers, and they really helped me into just kind of focusing my talent into something positive rather than doing negative things like smoking drugs or looting or all sorts of illegal activities. So that really helped me out.
His job involves keeping kids out of trouble in school and off the streets. Not as an authoritative adult, but as a friend and a mentor. In fact, many of these kids say they prefer coming here than going home after school.
Their environment is not an easy one for a lot of them. Sometimes they have to deal with poverty, with single parenthood. For them, it's kind of hard to just overcome that and just to find some sort of self-esteem through that, or to validate themselves and their skills.
Skills they're given the chance to discover through motivation and positive reinforcement, something the neighborhood as a whole is using to shed a brighter light on Montreal North.
It's really like a collective effort that's not easy to do, but with step by step, I think we're getting there slowly but surely.
For BT in the City, I'm Alia Adam.